Alright, hello and welcome everybody to the final ever race of the 2018, or not just 2018, the Pennzoil Truck Series slash, wasn't it under a different name? Anyway, the naturalcures.com short track trucks. There might have been another name as well years ago before I had even been involved in it, but this is the final event under the AARO banner that trucks will do. Let me go ahead and post this. If it'll let me. There we go. There's that. And in that chat, not that anyone will probably see it there anyway, but regardless, so yeah, this is it. We've only got 34 trucks this weekend. The 90 of Olivier de Roger and the Stovelt Motorsports team will not be showing up. Their funding finally dried out, to put it bluntly. I need to go in and fix the... Oh my god, come on. Kiss the track eye and I. What's up, Reed? If you're there. Eric? No, because that's just... Landmark. So where's Livonia then? Oh, I see. This has been a great start. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Let's go 200 for now. I am back with Taco Bell and much happier. There we go. $34 trucks. Let's go clear for this one. 79 south by 2 miles an hour. Okay. What's up? Okay, so Stephen Garrett takes out the final pole award. Christopher Nielsen does outside. Right, third. Had a bit of a resurgence as of late. Greg Vlasic fourth, and Cody Renesee rounds out the top 5 in qualifying. Pace truck is in. Green is out. Nielsen at 12, Vlasic, and Renaissance. Nielsen trying to fight back on the outside. Looks like he does a pretty good job at that. Nielsen somewhat fighting for a drive next season. Don't know where he's going to be for 2019. Stephen Garrett, I believe, is going to be in MRT with Sauer Development. Roy Toit, I don't exactly know where he's going in this 45 truck. He's going to propel himself to the lead, though. He'll lead lap number 2. Clears the 13, clears the 27 rather. 13 follows suit to second. Garrett, Vlasic, and Quiroz behind. All them in the mix for second. Vlasic now moves to second spot. I'm instinctively just doing that, thinking to move my mouse and click, but keyboard commands. Ooh, Cronenberg. Tight spaces there in the 85 truck. Now, Dean Roberts here, we're focused on him. Let's take a look at these points for Chicago. Come on. Does not feel like a medium. Like a medium would give me a lot more to drink. But 101 points separates Roberts and Case Skylar. Lucas Cronenberg 132 points back. So it is not out of reach for one of Skylar or Cronenberg, or even no, as Roberts now moves to third. Speaking of Case Skylar, he's going to go to the lead. Oops, sorry. That's not what Dean Roberts wants to see at all. Cronenberg still has a shot. Klein Austin is a huge long shot. Oh, Roberts to the inside. He's going to lead a lap himself. So Dean Roberts going to get himself an extra couple of bonus points, I think, in this 52 truck. And he is headed to the AAA National Series, following what has been a shock performance in a good way in this 52 truck. So he's going to lose the lead to Martin Jackson here in the 02 truck. Or not. Really nice run through turn 1. Allowed him to hang on to the spot. And ironically, Roberts was probably going to end up driving either the 9 or the 02 in this series, or MRT, had he not been traded to JN Motorsports. Martin Jackson's had an okay year. Has a win to his name, trying to add another one. He goes underneath Roberts here. Can't make the move work. There's Tim Hutchinson Jr. Going under the 35 of Julien. Led a lot of the race last week at Chicago. Pit issue took him out, though, and he finished dead last. Now Julien gets shuffled out here. Now Hutchinson Jr. gets shuffled to the outside by Arsenio Quiroz, and Jackson makes a move underneath of Roberts for the lead. Quiroz is going to follow through to second. Continue trying to get in front of Julian. He does. Roberts and Skylar nose to tail at the moment. Everybody being courteous so far. Got plenty of time in this race anyhow. No need to be over aggressive. But Skylar is still putting the pressure on the 52 truck here early on. So you got 3 of the Shotier Motorsports trucks inside the top 10 here. Roberts now shoving Quiroz to the outside. Jackson also shuffled out. Race is a lot like a super speedway, at least with the aerodynamic package that these trucks have. Here comes Lucas Knight to the lead. He's going to get a lap lead. Almost 4 wide to the lead there, forcing the issue was 8 Trois on the 45. Still 3 wide. Chewing ice is probably not the most aesthetically pleasing thing to do on stream. Now we've got Scott Greer in the lead in the 25 truck. 14th in points. 12 starts. No top 5s? Oh no, no wins. 3 top 5s, 5 top 10s, and a DNF for the AARO veteran, being hounded by his rookie teammate 8 Trois. Behind him is Cronenberg in the 85, who will move up to the ANS. Sorry, excuse me. He'll drive the 84 Lumber car, Toyota, in that series. So it continues to rain outside. Dean Roberts finding a way to crawl back up into the picture here. 19 laps through. Roberts to the lead, Jimmy Barley behind him, Jack Jefferson Jr. behind him. And the 04 looks like he is out of title contention, unfortunately, for the 04 truck. But odds are that he'll end up with a ride, probably with HWW Motorsports and the Jerry Richardson Motorsports organization. That's where his dad drives in the ANS. So, novel concept that he would go to the same team his father is at. Charles Daughtry moves into 4th now. Kirill Lyuganov forcing the issue in the 87 truck. Shoves him to the middle lane. Looking towards the back. Oh, the mighty have fallen. Christopher Nielsen started 2nd. He was 32nd last time through. He'll be 31st at the line, I think. Yeah, Stern edges him out for 30th. Oh no, 26th. Oh, 31st. Telemetry had to take a bit to catch up. Nielsen, though, is going to stay with his team. He's signed, I think, through 2019 with their contract situations looking. Darren Reynolds in this 48 truck. This is technically Kylix Motorsport. What will be Kylix Motorsport next year. Both teams in all 3 divisions, I think. With some influx from Carson Crompton and a few sponsor deals that he's worked out. Him and Mike Durbin both. And there's Stephen Garrett falling back, so Sometimes it doesn't quite take long for you to drop through the field. There's why Tois being freight trained on the outside. Lucas Cronenberg looks like he's going to drop back quite a bit too. Jimmy Barley led that last time by. The 99 of Kiros very close to him. Kane Abe getting underneath the 27 of Garrett right there. Excuse me. Oops, other way. Dustin Bowden running towards the back. He'll be going to MRT in that 62 truck for 2019. Zachary Fitzwater, don't know what his plans are just yet, but we can expect an announcement relatively soon from him. The Australian driver. Always seem to have a knack for stock car racing. With it being as popular as it is in the U.S., he figured he'd swing on over and give it a try. Along with the Jinsei Autosport team, I believe, the 576 and 91 trucks of Jun Hosokawa, Yoshiko Sakamoto, and Kane Abe have all not had awful seasons. Hosokawa appears to have done the best of them. Actually, looking at the team chart, he has done the best of them. Actually, by a long shot. 3 top 5, 6 top 10s, which it's a three-way tie for the most, but he's tied for 4th, I guess, with a few other drivers, 4 other drivers, 3 other drivers. So, Hosokawa, his first season in American stock cars, these are trucks, yes, but for all intents and purposes, American stock car racing, has not done a bad job in this 5 truck. Abe and Sakamoto have not had the best of seasons by their accords, but not too shabby, considering that they're pretty much at the same experience level. Obviously, a tough thing to adapt to a completely different type of car than you're used to driving. Lucas Cronenberg and Christopher Nielsen. Oh, the 50 truck is in the pits, but Cronenberg and Nielsen obviously used to that as well. There's a big gaggle of trucks back here. I'm assuming that the 50 had something happen to him. Let's take a look on the replay here. Just rewinding the tape. Looks like did he have a tire go down? That's what bunched up that group near the back, I think. Oh, Kiros ran into him. Wonder if that's going to cause some damage to the 99 truck. Hamper his performance. And it has. He's dropped to the back. 25.999 last time through. 25.2. Huh, okay, maybe it's not quite as bad as it seemed it was. But Tim Hutchinson Jr. is going to lose a couple laps, unfortunately. For him, I think 3 laps, actually. Dean Roberts back out front. Nick Santiago getting himself up there. He drops down to 4th last time by, so he's probably on the outside line, and they continue to get freight trained. But looks like Hutchinson Jr. had a tire problem in the 50 truck. Spent a little bit of time repairing damage. He's back out there now. By Battle, Reynolds, Julian, now Gardner, Julian, and Voiles. Now Barley getting into the mix there, but Daniel Voiles also not sure what he's doing for the 2019 season, but a lot like Zachary Fitzwater, we will likely expect an announcement from him soon, or we'll likely see one from him soon about his plans, at least solidified. Anyway, with the 7, with the Popeyes Racing team, rumored to go under a new name. Oh, Nielsen, awful close there. But they managed to keep it clean. Nielsen, traditionally a very clean driver. But Lawton has been rumored to be going to MRT with this team. Probably using some offhand equipment from teams from seasons past. Not sure how competitive that'll be in their efforts, but time will tell. Kirill Yuganov had the lead there for a little while, the Russian. He will be in the MRT in the car that Carter Davids has run for a majority of the season, that Ricky Green used to run, that 34 with the in-house sponsorship on that car will continue with Lyuganov for the 2019 season. And he's showing why, as his oval skills have apparently grown over the course of this season. With the amount of ovals that we run, I guess it's not too far-fetched to see why that would be the case. Robert's still out in front of this one. Skylar not too far behind in second. There's Juno Sakawa we mentioned. There's Sakamoto, his teammate, right next to him. Let's go on board here with the Juno Sakawa. Skylar making a run on Roberts. Looks like he's got the draft, and he goes to the bottom. Hosokawa is going to get passed, I believe, by Martin Jackson. Yep, in the 0-2 truck. Looks like Jackson might go underneath Skylar here. Nope, not quite. Couldn't make it happen. But 0-2 truck is there. Oops, wrong way. Looking at Darren Reynolds. 4th place truck now. 48. Man, it is raining hard outside. Holy hell. Maybe we were going to get hammered like this, but... Move Reynolds up to 3rd. He's been this team's reserve driver this season. Kind of the de facto ACS Racing reserve, because the team itself did not field an entry, but Carson Crompton had gone to the officials, when the reserve notion was made, and they granted that while the team itself, ACS Racing, would not run a reserve, that Kylix Motorsport was able to run the 48 car for Reynolds in its place. And that ultimately started the this whole thing of Kylix Motorsport coming together and becoming a full-time team next season. And that might have been all part of Crompton's plan really throughout this year, was to do that all along. And Crompton, we're still obviously waiting to see if he's going to close out this 2018 championship. Oh, there's Arsenio Quiros. Okay, I was correct initially. I didn't think the 99 was too hurt by the damage that he sustained from hitting the back of the 50 truck, but that appears to be incorrect, as we've got Daughtry, Santiago, and Jackson among others being held up here. Julien. There's the Yuganov getting to the bottom, to the middle, more like. He's got Cronenberg to his inside, but Quiro's proven to be a little bit of a chicane here. Some 3 wide action going on in the back. Jackson in no rush to get around the 99. Ooh, Julien and Jefferson Jr. make some contact. They hold it together, though. Actually, both of them gained quite a bit of spots from that. Thanks to the 99. Holding up the two Powell Racing development trucks of Santiago and Daughtry. Etoile and Lawton side by side. There's a 50 of Hutchinson Jr. I don't know if he had some suspension damage or something that the flat tire caused or what, but 50 is 26.02 last time by. Certainly something's amiss on his truck also. Not a good time for Hutchinson Jr., who was 6th in points. So that's good news for Jack Jefferson Jr. He wanted to at least keep 5th in points. Looks like that's mission accomplished with the misfortune that Hutchinson Jr. has had. Darren Reynolds finds himself in the top 5. Is that Christopher Nielsen? Oh, look at this. He was running way in the back. Now here he is back up at the front of the field. Now Case Skylar's going to move underneath Roberts, trying to dethrone him from the top of the leaderboard. Nielsen's got a run on the 96. Can he make it 3 wide for the lead? Yes, he can. So Nielsen to the front. In the 37 machine, Yoshiko Sakamoto. No, that's Jun Hosokawa in the 5 truck. He's going to make it 3 wide for a brief moment for the lead, as Skylar's going to tail off here. No, he's not. Actually, 96 is fighting back on the outside of the 37, but Hosokawa is already gone. Reynolds goes by. Greer and Barley do as well. Roberts now getting hounded by Sakamoto in the 76 truck. And Roy Etoile underneath the both of them. Going with Lyuganov. So, far chase on with Sakamoto here. He's got a nice little view in the eye of the storm here, if you will. Lyuganov gets underneath her to go to 6th. Looks like he'll go to 5th, and now Hosokawa is getting shuffled out of line, but Scott Greer holds on to the lead. He goes back to the point he was at earlier on in the going. Looks like his teammate Wyatt 12. Oh, Barley blows up in front of the field! Oh, Jimmy Barley with a mechanical issue. Oh, and Dean Roberts gets held up big time. Oh, the 5 is around. No caution? No caution. All right, well, let's pause the action for a second here. So Roberts was trying to get through. He got into the back of the 5 and turned him onto the apron and around. I don't think Hosokawa is going to lose a lap as a result, but he's going to be way, way behind now. So Jimmy Barley is done. He's the first retirement of this race. Tough break for him. And what started out as a very promising season for Jimmy Barley has kind of gone to the wayside, unfortunately for him. Hop off Discord. I know he's tired. He's got to get up early anyway. We're not keep him up. But no, this has created a huge gap. From 18th to 19th and 17th to 18th as well. Jack Jefferson Jr. moves up. This actually could be very interesting. Where's Case Skylar in the 96 truck? Was he collect? Where's the 96? Oh, there he is. Okay, so he's still in the main pack. So, that might be just what Case Skylar needed. She's right up in the fight for the lead. Scott Greer back to the point. Boyles, however, fighting back on the outside line. And he clears him. Looks like Boyles is going to hold on to the top spot. For the time being, he's going to get to lead another lap. But here comes Eduardo Julien in the 35. The TGI Fridays Chevy. Rather nice looking truck, honestly. All the TGI Fridays schemes, in my opinion, look very nice. Knight goes to second. Looks like Santiago's going to go to third, and he's going to go underneath of Knight for second with the help of Darren Reynolds here. But Knight gets underneath of Julien just barely. Now Santiago gets thwarted by Reynolds here. So Santiago's shot in the moments in the spotlight. It's like they'll fade away. And now the 48 gets passed by Jackson, so Santiago's going to get forced even further up the track. So his fall's going to be a little steeper. Stuck on the outside of a 3-wide spot. Skylar jumps to the high side there. Or got forced to the high side by Etoile. Skylar in the tire tracks of Daniel Boyles right now. Vitor Souza, very strong run at Seattle earlier on in the season. Here's Jack Jefferson Jr. running 17th. So the 04 truck, in comparison to Klein Austin, I think Austin was somewhere toward near the back half of the field. Just behind him, actually, 19th. So, yeah, it doesn't look like he'll be, at least right now, it doesn't look like he'll be gaining a whole lot of points on Klein Austin. It's really just dependent on where the finishing order is. As Austin clears Kane Abe side by side with Sakamoto. Greg Vlasic in the 9 truck running 19th. Not sure where his future holds. He will not be returning to this 9 truck next season. Well, no one's... You get the idea. He won't be returning to this team for 2019. Where he'll end up, we don't know. It'll be an interesting tale to tell. And it looks like really, unless we get a caution, I don't know how good the odds are that that pack in the back is able to catch up. Hutchinson Jr. getting awful close to Martin Jackson there. Kind of holding the 0-2 up just a little bit. 50 truck trying to stay in the draft. Doesn't seem like he can do it. You know, he's going underneath the 99. Just can't make a pass happen. He just doesn't have the engine power that he needs. Oh, they've already... That pack of cars behind Jack Jefferson's already gone by him. Triple J, as he's often referred to. The 04 truck. Likely going to MRT if HWW doesn't have anybody else to replace Gale Lemon's spot in the organization, then we could perhaps see Jefferson Jr. in the ANS next year, but time will tell for him. Looks like he's got... Yeah, he's got top 5 in points basically locked up, unless Lawton has a really strong finish in the 7 truck. But I think Lawton is mired in the back. No. Where is... No. Okay, he is running up front. I guess Lawton does have a strong finish in the 7 truck. He might have a run at 5th, but Jefferson, I'd say it's a pretty safe bet that he'll get it. 50 points over the 7 truck. Hutchinson Jr. 6th in points between the both of them, and obviously he's had his share of misfortune so far this in the going with the blown tire, slowing up in front of everybody. But Quiroz is going to do a nice job of holding Reynolds up. Oh, he comes back up in front of Sakamoto. That's going to collect Christopher Nielsen in the 37. I should be quiet. I'm sorry. That draws the yellow. Expectedly. So this changes things up. Lap 70, we are just shy of halfway too, so this is really going to make things interesting. This is our strategy basically out the window. Here comes everybody. Great, Twa got the lead. Running back to the yellow. Hutchinson Jr. obviously staying out as he's off the lead lap. Quiroz doing the same thing. Oh, did Austin make contact there with the 81 of Voiles? Four tire stop, off and away. Looks like Daniel Voiles will lead them out. Julien second, Itwa third, Santiago fourth, and I knew I was going to say that at some point. Charles Daughtry rounds out the top 5, heading to the restart. But at least for right now, it seems like strategy's out the window. We'll have to wait and see, though. So there's another caution. Drivers might opt to stop and get fresh tires. So let's take a look at Quiroz here. Rewind this back a little bit further. So he just merged at the track, tried to get out of the way. Perhaps didn't think the 76 was going to be there. There's Nielsen hammering in that truck. He's still going. Don't know how hampered he's going to be by all the damage that he's got, though. So he's got the one to go this time by. Quiroz comes out. He's going to have a long journey back around. We're going to get the restart here on lap number 80. Quiroz trying to hurry up and get ready. Catches up just in time. And he's in line at this point. Green flag. Daniel Voiles leads him to the green flag with the restart. And the 50 truck, with the damage he's got, slow off the jump. Looks like Santiago and co waiting for them to go to the high side. They started to go high they were getting sick of waiting on the bottom, sick of losing time to the top 3. Now Hutchinson Jr. stays on the inside. Santiago really not having an easy time with the lap traffic here. There goes Kirill Yuganov around him. Charles Daughtry to the inside of Arsenio Quiros to go by him. There's Yuganov going by. Hutchinson Jr. still holding up the inside line. It's going to cost Nick Santiago a ton of spots here. So he gets shoved to the high line. All these other guys going to the inside. Now, Santiago moves high to try and get around the 50, and he still gets boxed in behind him. I don't even think Hutchinson Jr. is doing this on purpose. It's just... He's just so slow, and he's trying to get out of the way. And wherever the 61 tries to go to get around him is where the 50 tries to go to get out of everybody's way. So Santiago gets shoved out by Skylar. Klein Austin goes through as well. So the 61 really being hurt on this restart immensely by the lap traffic. Finally gets around him, but it's too late. Santiago started 4th. He's got to be down in the mid to lower 20s at this point. 27th. That's where the 61 truck has fallen back to. Hutchinson Jr. now cycles to the back. Yeah, Nielsen with the damage that he's got is not going to be competitive. And that's a shame. Nielsen in points. Taking a look, 26th. Which is not great. Not awful either, but not particularly impressive. But also his first season in North America. So you can kind of give him a pass. Daughtry had the lead for a little bit, but it looks like Voiles is going to reclaim it. We're in lap 86. Etoile is going to move to second. Kirill Yuganov gets tracked on the outside with Etoile's move, and there is Michael Craig in the 22 truck. Trying to get to the inside, trying to gain some spots here. It's hard outside, so that's cool. Daughtry's going to drop back. Any other story? Michael Craig, I think, will be in the MRT next season for Silver Green. Either MRT or ANS, one of the two for sure. Now Craig getting chased up the track by Charles Daughtry. Look at Jack Jefferson back in the mix, thanks to that yellow flag. This puts Dean Roberts back in contention. That caution was exactly what he wanted to see, to bunch everybody up, get strategy out of the way. Now he's around the 96. Dean Roberts now up inside the top 10. Might even gain another spot on Daughtry here. Can't get him at the line though, at a half a truck length back. But he'll get 9th through 1 and 2 with some help from Lucas Cronenberg. And he's on the inside line. That seems to help a lot. Rachel Gardner goes to the top spot. Heavy pressure from Souza in the 00. Gardner gets a lap lead. That'll give her an extra bonus point. But, she's like, okay, you've had your fun. I'll be taking a lap lead now. Jack Jefferson's going to follow through to second, with Dean Roberts right behind him. What an unbelievable turn of events it has been for Dean Roberts in the 52 truck. He's just over 50 laps away from completing a dream season. What has been an absolute dream season for him and that 52 team. I don't think anyone could have seen this coming. Just Cronenberg to the inside and around. Well, not quite around yet, but eventually he's going to go by him here. He's going to get freight trained on the outside. There goes Gardner. Rear in the 25 truck. Actually going to make a run around. New Chase. Got a 101-point lead. He doesn't need to finish in front of Case Skylar. The 96 can't beat him by a certain margin. You want to say about 15, 20 spots. Actually, with the 24 out of the race, I think Clint Austin might actually be mathematically out. Might have been mathematically out anyway. Lucas Cronenberg in the 85 truck. Is still mathematically eligible to win the title. He's all over the back of Jack Jefferson Jr. now, but he's going to get ousted by his own teammate here unless the draft plays enough into effect. Which it does. In the front stretch. We got lap traffic up ahead with Hutchinson Jr. and Nielsen. Hutchinson Jr. moves high. Triple J moves low. Cronenberg goes low as well. Nielsen knows he's got to get out of the way, and he does just that. Stays up high, gives a little bit extra room to the bottom lane here. Knight might want to get a giddy up there, and he does. Teamwork that you're not doing it right. It's not how you do that. Anderson trying to poke out, but he's got trucks to his left going around him. Eventually he finds his way through. Jonathan Stern does as well. But poor Darrell Lawton here in the 7 truck just getting held up by the 50. Lap traffic could definitely play a factor in how this championship is decided. Nielsen now gets around 30. Knight now gets around Nielsen, who is dropping through the field like an anchor. Cody Renessy went to the high side behind the lap truck of Nielsen. I don't know why you would do that. He's finding out that that was a mistake the hard way. Cody Renessy contracted to Short Racing Technologies to the end of the season, but I would imagine that Richard Racing swoops him up in some regard. Don't know what he's doing, if he's driving or not. Obviously, he doesn't have a ride anywhere yet, but I could honestly see him taking some type of executive role at the team. He's been on this team for years. He's been in their truck program for years. A seasoned veteran of the truck series, and it wouldn't surprise me if he did what he could to try and develop and season the younger talent on the Richer Racing squad. Nick Santiago and Darrell Lawton experiencing more difficulty with lap traffic. Nielsen not exactly making their lives easy, but eventually they go by here. Arnold Mack in the 12 truck has also had a bit of a rough go. He will be in the MRT with Silver Green Development, who just won the MRT championship with Daniel Argota behind the wheel. So congratulations out to them once again. Scott Greer back to the front of the field here. Cronenberg, Voiles, Souza, and Jefferson Jr. Jefferson Jr. now moving to fourth. Attempting to go to fourth. Looks like he'll get it. Pretty handled. Yeah, sorry, handily. Voiles making a run for second. Looks like he's got enough to do it. There he goes. Cronenberg having a strong second half of this race thus far. Rachel Gardner as well in the 84. Skylar in 9th now, I think, or 8th. 8th or 9th? 8th. Meanwhile, Roberts moving back to 22nd, now 23rd. Right there. He was trying to get to the bottom, but the hole between Sherman and Hosokawa looked like it closed up. Now he's got it. No, he sticks to the outside. Maybe he's got something working. He had the draft of the 62. That was able to keep him in front of the 5. Now he goes to the bottom on corner exit and goes underneath Bowden to take the 22nd spot away. Now he's on the bottom. He'll definitely try and make something happen. Looks like Reynolds, by all counts, is the champion as we stand, but obviously time can change that rather quickly. You got Case Skylar going for second on Vitor Souza. Scott Greer has really emerged as one of the main players in terms of being a contender for the win. This 25 truck, Dean Roberts, ran very strong earlier on in the going, but misfortune kind of set him back with how lap traffic was behaving around him. And they're going to catch up to the 50 of Hutchinson Jr. here. Skylar to the bottom, trying to get to the lead. He might be trying to get the most laps led bonus. Every point counts for this 96 team. They're doing everything they can. The Hackett American Racing team doing whatever it takes to try and get them the final championship in the truck division. Hutchinson Jr. going to go to the bottom. Skylar's going to get passed here by, I'm pretty sure that's Klein Austin. Might have some implications here as far as the championship goes. No, the 50 truck stays low. He's going to wash up on corner exit, though, right up in front of the 96. Who's boxed in. He can't move anywhere. So Skylar's dropping back. with the 50 truck in front of him. Garrett goes through to 6th, Yugodov to 7th, Itwa to 8th, Patterson 9th, and Cody Renesee back inside the top 10. So the 96 being held up outside of the top 10. This is huge for Dean Roberts. Now Skylar getting forced into a 3-wide spot. It's exactly what he doesn't need to see right now. There goes Dean Roberts in the 52. He's going to go by. So the title swing has just ran into the 52's favor immensely. With over 30 to go. Dean Roberts trying to pass what could have been his ride this year. So, oh boy. He might have been angry about it to start off, but he's got to be thanking his lucky stars that the transaction was made, and he was thrown in. He was going to drive, or he drove a couple events in 2015, maybe, in the MRT with the Frank Day team. I know he had been in talks with them for 2017, and obviously when the 2017 season got canceled due to some restructuring issues, they needed to at least take another year off to restructure everything into the system that we have now. Boy, Roberts was... honestly, his career trajectory was pretty unknown, and it was a massive stab in the dark with the JN Motorsports team taking him in. And he might be rewarding this team with a championship, but I guess we can't count our can't quite count the chickens before they hatch here, so to speak. Who else have we not touched on so far? Scott Greer, don't know where he's going to be in the 25 truck come next season. The Yugonov, as we mentioned, will be back with his team. Justin Patterson, we don't know. He, like Tim Hutchinson Jr., has been kind of a mainstay on this team, but now that the trucks are closing down, the truck program has to close down, and I'm really not sure if there's any room for Hutchinson Jr. and Patterson on this team with the younger talent that's coming up through the ranks. But I suppose it depends on what openings they have in MRT. And ANS, there is an open spot. Well, I mean, there are technically a few open spots, but there are rumors of certain drivers on JN going to those rides, not named Hutchinson Jr. and Patterson. So time will tell. 25 laps to go. This time by Vitor Souza out in the lead. Lucas Cronenberg is going to go underneath and grab the lead here. 4 wide spot. Dean Roberts, almost 4 wide. Roberts prevails. It's going to be carried by Vlasic here in the 9 truck. Step ahead, looking from Patterson still in the 51. Tense moments here. Rachel Gardner, we think, is going to Kylix Motorsport. She'll be another name that defects from ACS and heads to Kylix. Oops, that's... wait. Hey, Mikey posted in the FaceSpace thread. What's up, man? MRT. I think Team Chart might have it. Back to the action. Okay, now Vlasic getting shuffled out. Roberts now shuffled out in the 52 truck. Case Skylar on the uprise, on the upswing here. Yes, Kylix Motorsport will have Rachel Gardner behind the wheel of their one of their cars in the MRT program, the 48, on the MRT side of things. Souza to the inside of Renaissance for fourth. Looks like he's going to go for more underneath the Boyles for third, heading down the front stretch. Just over 20 laps to go. Okay, making sure that that's still running. Vehicle. Cronenberg still out front of this one. Cronenberg is going to need a lot to happen to both the 52 and the oh my god, wow. 52 and the 96. Who both I think are inside the top 15. I have to check on Roberts here in a second. Right now, actually. Still inside, but barely. 52 truck holding on here. Probably be better off dropping back into the inside and then going from there. But Cronenberg gets some more laps led in the 85 truck. He'll go through. Jefferson Jr. going to the inside for the lead, but Tim Hutchinson Jr. is there. Looks like he'll swing wide, and that'll be in favor of Jack Jefferson unless Jefferson can't beat him to the corner, which he doesn't. 04 gets held up a little bit here, but the 50 truck drifts wide and now is going to hold up Cronenberg in the 85. Worst case scenario for the 85 of Cronenberg. So now he's trapped behind Hutchinson Jr. and he's got trucks coming to his inside. So Cronenberg is going to drop down the order along with Voiles here. Now Voiles gets to the inside though. Cronenberg throws the block on him. Ooh, this could end in tears. Man, had he turned the 50 down into the 52, that would have been huge. So Voiles to the bottom. Cronenberg trying to get free of the 50. Doesn't look like he can do it yet. Stephen Garrett led that last lap. Now the 50 Hutchinson Jr. to the bottom. Cronenberg still doesn't have enough speed. The 12 almost turning him right there. Of Arnold Mack. Caution-free race, but it has been very entertaining to watch. Skylar now gets forced to the outside. This could be all Dean Roberts needs for the 96 to drop back just outside of the top 5. There's Roberts right there. Maybe he can sneak himself into the top 5 in the closing stages. Outside lane fighting back. Garrett trying to do something with that run. Can't. Souza hanging on. Skylar on the quarter panel of the 27. Oh, he turns him into the wall. Goes Garrett. Do we have a wreck in the back? No, they saved it. Wow, they saved it. And that could have been huge. Jefferson Jr. masterful job in slowing his truck down to make sure they didn't wreck right there. They stay within the top 20. Ooh, nearly contact right there between those two. Roberts has had a few close calls so far today, and that was another one. Quiroz now getting in the way. The 96 is trapped on the high line. They try to go high. Now Souza gets held up by his own teammate. Roberts goes through to 4th. Roberts all over the back bumper of Fitzwater, but he's going to get forced out by Lucas Knight. Maybe. No, Roberts shuts the door on him. and gets to the inside of Fitzwater for third. So Dean Roberts. Well, now all the stops here in the closing laps. Now Justin Patterson back up to the lead in the 51 truck. So he goes through. Greer now to the inside. He's going to cross back over on the 51 truck. Roberts going to drop back. Skylar's been shuffled back. He's still being held up by the 99. As that literally might be all that Dean Roberts needs to secure this championship. Pretty much if Skylar is outside the top 25 and Roberts is relatively near the top 20, the 52 truck will win the title. Just by the points discrepancy. And also the laps led that the 52 has. I don't think it'll be the most laps led, but I'm not sure who at this point would be. 52, I would have to say, would be a front runner, though. It's been up front more often than the 96 has, so it won't be Skylar. Nearly 4 wide! Oh, the 3 truck of Klein Austin. Very nearly shook this points battle upside down. Roberts has found a spot back on the inside. He's still inside the top 5. Over 5 laps to go. Daniel Voiles in command of this one right now, but he's got Jack Jefferson Jr., Martin Jackson, Dean Roberts, among others, breathing down his neck. The 0-4 moves to the inside. 6 laps to go here in Livonia. Another 6 miles around this 1.5 mile track. Voiles holds him off for now. Jack Jefferson Jr. looking for what I think would be his first Career Truck Series win. Goes to the inside. He's got it. Roberts gets shuffled out. I don't think he'll be winning this one, but he doesn't need to. He just needs to finish in a respectable position. This is what happens when you get all jacked up on Mountain Dew. You have energy to do things. 4 to go for the 0-4 of Triple J. Jack Jefferson Jr., the son of Jack Jefferson. This is Jack Jefferson Jr.'s own team, this 0-4. It is technically affiliated by proxy with Jerry Richardson Motorsports, but it operates independently with manufacturer sponsorship deals, you know, all that sort of stuff. The lack thereof sponsorship deals, I should say. 3 to go. Klein Austin is going to be Jack Jefferson Jr.'s best friend right now if he can get to the back bumper of Souza and disrupt. Oh, Scott Greer. Two to go. Oh, Gardner's in. Can people not make it on gas? Oh, the 22 and the 61 nearly made contact. As here comes Austin to the inside. Can the field make it on fuel? 1 lap to go. Skylar just outside the top 10. Roberts is in 5th. Gardner nearly threw Jefferson off of his line. Klein Austin's coming through. Out of turn 4, not enough. Jack Jefferson wins at Livonia. The final race of the season goes to Jack Jefferson Jr. in the 0-4 truck. Rachel Gardner and Scott Greer had to make late race pit stops. I think we have a few trucks running out. That or the pitting is just really weird. And with the 5th place finish, Dean Roberts is your Dean Roberts is your 2018. Almost certain he finished ahead of Skylar Cronenberg. Everybody, other than Klein Austin, finished second. Solid run for him. Too little, too late though. For the 3 truck, that might have propelled him up to 3rd. It depends on where Cronenberg finished, but Dean Roberts is your 2018 AARO Pennzoil Truck Series champion. Thank you guys so much for watching these streams all year. I've had a blast doing them. This is my last one for 2018, at least this season. 2019 might kick off before, actual 2019. We don't know yet, but this has been fun. As lonely as it's been sometimes. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. It's been a busy few weeks for me, and a lot of stuff has gone on in the past few weeks off of the forums and off of social media and stuff like that, and so it's been rough, and doing this has been a good escape from this, just to get my mind off of things and to just have a little bit of fun with these characters in this game. And you guys watching this, even if it's only like 5-6 people, it means a lot, and it's helped me through a pretty rough stretch of my life so far. And yeah, so running in our 2003 league, it totally cures your depression. Thank you guys so much for watching throughout the season. And any input that you guys have had, thank you so much. Anything that you've left on, guys like Nick Santiago and Eric and Nick, and Nate, and I know Fitzwater and Voiles. You guys comment from time to time, and I notice that, and I appreciate that, and I thank you for doing that, because it really does mean a lot, as small as it may seem. So that's it. Dean Roberts is your 2018 AARO Pennzoil Truck Series champion, and that is a wrap on the AARO naturalcures.com short track trucks, Pennzoil trucks, whatever you want to call them. The truck division is no more. So thank you guys for all the sign-ups, even dating back to 2009, 2010, back when I wasn't even in AARO, when I wasn't even doing this. I'm sure it means a lot to Nick, and I'm sure it means a lot to Justin and Josh and like all the admins back then. So thank you guys for the continued support, and I'm gonna miss doing these for a while, but I promise we'll be back with 2019. Hopefully it'll be busy, but hopefully it'll be better than ever. So thank you guys for watching. Take care.